coming at you from the Peak Energy Arena in beautiful Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as the Thunder prepare to take the floor. For the Oklahoma City Thunder, they come in off a loss to the Celtics. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rudy Gobert is out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then there's Brandon Knight. Then there's Tyreke Evans. And it's Booker in the shooting guard.
And for long stretches of the season, the Thunder, they had a short bench early on due to injury and just having a short rotation. They did change things up, though, as they went through that regular season.
Knight with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. It's Westbrook with the drive. Lets the three fly. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Evans kicks to Booker. No good. Westbrook with the nice D there. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And he gets it. To go.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their fourth shot of the game.
Evans outside. Pass to Gobert. Stolen by Cantor. Out to Ibaka. Feeds to Levine. Ibaka with the ball. Working on Teletovic. Clock at 6. And Ibaka kicks to Durant. Oklahoma City gets it back. The kick out to Westbrook. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Knight dishes to Teletovic. Back to Knight. There's a good screen. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And guys, Brandon Knight really fits the mold of the new breed of NBA combo guard. He has the length and quickness to guard ones and twos, and his skill set allows him to generate offense both in transition as well as the half court.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella is all about power and force.
Greg was talking about Brandon Knight. He'd really improved his shooting percentages before the midseason trade last year, and that was one of the bigger weaknesses, Clark, earlier in his career.
Yeah, and not only was the shot going down more, it looked better. It was better mechanically, but now to take the next step, he has to cut down the turnovers.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
And just a solid start to the season for Teletovic last year. I mean, unfortunately, it came to a close prematurely as he was battling blood clots.
Payne, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And stolen by Knight. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. No good from Booker. Now for Teletovic, he got the clots in early December, and Clark, fortunately, he made a full recovery.
Yeah, good to see him back. You know, Bosch's blood clot battle was more publicized due to his stardom, but Teletovic went through the same thing. It's a real threat to an athlete, and hopefully it's well behind him and he doesn't have to run that race anymore.
Here's Durant, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
And Cantor now top the key. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Warren's checked in for the Suns. Ricky Rubio comes in for Brandon Knight. Now, here's Warren. Shot clock at 6. Back to Gobert. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Gobert's got his first basket of the night. And Kanter did play well with the increased minutes last season, Clark. Averaged a double-double after the trade.
I think it was a great fit for him in Oklahoma City. He still has work to do, but now that he feels like he's in the right environment, I think we're going to see that great potential of his start to come to fruition.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Phoenix making some changes. Lenz checked in for Gobert. Kenneth Faried comes in for Mirza Teletovic. And it's Will Barton in for Booker. Here's Warren. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Faried, left side. Shot clock at 5. It's stolen by Johnson. Now here's Payne. There's the double team with Warren. Johnson, a wide open look. It's good from long range. Johnson's got his first 3 points of the game. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Faried the pass to Barton. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Kenneth Faried pulls it in.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Now, here's Rubio. Screen by Faried. And Rubio kicks to Len. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Wesley Johnson picks one up. T.J. Warren had a very interesting start to his NBA career. Spent most of the first half in the D-League. In the second half, Clark, he finally got some minutes and really provided a spark.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't have great range on his jumper right now, and he's not an elite ball handler, but he's one of the best cutters in the game. Moves well without the ball, so I think his future is bright nonetheless.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And talking about TJ, guys, he put up a few interesting numbers towards the end of last season. Shot 64% from the field in March. Had 18 points in one game, 17 in another. The last game of the year, he chips in with 6 assists. So now it's up to him to put it all together on a more consistent basis.
Mirotic has a wide open look. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And Faried kicks to Len. Barton dishes to Len. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good D by Johnson.
And, you know, getting back to TJ, yes, he needs to improve his shooting range. But what I'd like to see are major improvements on defense. I mean, he shows active hands when he's near the ball, but he can also be a bit lazy as a defender and gambles and reaches too much. That won't get it done at this level.
Got a piece of it. And here's the fast break. Barton with the rebound. Here's Rubio. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so the first quarter is in the books. Oklahoma City out in front. They lead by 6. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Every shot is challenged and challenged well.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Tyreke Evans out there with John Lewis. And it's Rudy Gobert. Then there's Brandon Knight. And it's Booker in at the 2. Unhindered, going all the way. Gobert with a wide open look. Shot is off. And the Thunder going the other way now.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
What a year for the Suns in terms of transactions. Started the season with Dragic and Thomas on the roster and moved them both, Clark, at the deadline.
And, you know, most folks saw the Dragic trade coming after his disagreements with the team. The Thomas trade was a bit of a surprise, though.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one, drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And as you said, the Suns made a flurry of deals at the deadline. You knew they would move one guard, but ended up moving 2. Brought back 1 as well.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there.
When the Suns made all those trades, you kind of figured there would be some adjustment. And they did fall off a bit. Still, they felt what they had wasn't quite good enough going forward, so they got a jump on rebuilding last year.
Westbrook passes to Ibaka. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
No good. Excellent D from Cancer. The Thunder leading by 5. Here's Durant. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Phoenix calls timeout. One of the most dominant players in 2014 was Kevin Durant, of course, winning the league MVP. Then last year, cut short. We know that he's now on a mission to get back to that level, and Greg, it's hard.
Yeah, you know, it all came down to health for Kevin Durant. And at this point in his career, I mean, he's got the maturity. He's developed the skill set. He's just got to stay on the court. And really, when you talk about the game of basketball, the rest will take care of itself.
And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Oh, boy, that would have been a nice alley-oop.
Boy, really liked the thought on that play, but didn't quite get it executed. Almost made a spectacular play.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. Nails the 16-footer. Durant's got 10 points.
You know, talking about Durant as he looks to recapture the league MVP, he can take a cue from last year's MVP, Stephen Curry. Curry battled through numerous ankle injuries over the years earlier on, only to come out on the other side with his best season ever in 2K15.
On defense, Phoenix. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Baseline J on the way. No good.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Or the defenders have to make sure they tag.
Knight kicks to Lewis. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time.
And getting back to Durant, sometimes adversity brings out the best in you. Adversity challenges you to rise above. And Kevin was already at the highest rung on the ladder. I think his opponent should be very afraid of what they're about to witness this season.
Knight into the lane. Booker in the corner. And good on the basket. Book it. Now just a 4-point Oklahoma City lead. Shots good by Ibaka.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
And Zaletovic kicks to Booker. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. They get Russell Westbrook.
And guys, in a draft with so many talented big men and lead guards, Booker was a bit of a hot commodity, one of the purest sharpshooters in the draft, has a lightning-quick release on his jump shot.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Lenz checked in for Lure. Martin comes in for Tyreek Evans. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Knight. Suns trail by 6. And with Booker, you know, who is a Kentucky guy, he's a sharpshooter. Greg, you're talking about that. His dad actually played at the University of Missouri. He was a pretty good shooter. Clark, this Booker has a pretty good frame to work with, and I think that's going to serve him well in the NBA.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like his size. I like his stroke. I like his toughness. I think he's going to be better defensively than people think. He's got a lot of good stuff in his game already. He is yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up. Still trailing, but their offense is off life support here in the second quarter. It's got a pulse.
Good point, Clark. They're starting to make some shots, looking to try and get back in this.
Here's Levine. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
And guys, for Zach LaVine, once he finally got comfortable last season, boy, did he heat up. He shot 42% over his rookie year, but 47% over the last month. And I think that gave him a lot of confidence as he's entering into year 2.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Johnson's checked in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Rubio in the corner. Passes it to Barton. 6 on the shot clock. And Rubio gets to left. And he dunks it down.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a 3-run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Now, here's Westbrook. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. You know, as Greg was talking about, LaVine was a lights-out shooter at times in college. He would go on these binges, falling back, Clark, from 25 feet and draining it. I mean, unreal shots.
Well, it looks good when they're going down, but he also can bend, shoot you out of a game. So you pick your poison.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Mirotic is checked in for Ibaka. Payne comes in for Zach LaVine. And it's Moutier in for Russell Westbrook.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down.
And so here is Oklahoma City. The Suns getting the bucket. Here's Moutier on the wing. Johnson. Cantor kicks to Mirotic. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Mirotic has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter. And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Now here's Payne after the miss from Ricky Rubio. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Adams, he's checked in for Cantor. Gobert, he's checked in for the Suns. Warren kicks to Rubio. Here's Barton. That one a little long. The Thunder leading by 3. Moutier dishes to Adams. Back to Mirotic. Stolen by Fareed. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Thunder lead by 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitterbug or maybe a gnat with the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor for him.
And Kevin Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it.
I appreciate that, Clark.
It's good, Clark. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
Kevin Durant has been getting it done. He has 12 points and 2 steals.
And guys, he's been making play after play on both ends of the floor.
No let up in him, and that's mindset. That's not just physical tenacity, but that's a mental tenacity, too, that he brings to the court.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Oklahoma City right now, Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Russell Westbrook out there with Levine. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
And that's Evans penetrating. Can't get it to fall.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
And sometimes it feels like Brandon Knight is the Rodney Dangerfield of the NBA. The poor guy just doesn't get much respect.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. Through the end of last season, he'd already been on 3 teams in 5 years. On one hand, it may be disrespectful, but teams recognize his ability, too.
And the Suns call time.
And on the topic of Brandon Knight, you have to wonder why he's been traded around so much. I mean, it wasn't due to a slow start because he made the All-NBA rookie first team. He's smart, has a strong work ethic, proved himself to be a clutch shooter in college, the kind of guy you normally wouldn't think about dealing for someone else.
Suns trail by 8. Poked away. Ibaka goes in. Here's Durant. Ibaka, the pass to Westbrook. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
You know, talking about Brandon Knight, part of the reason he's been traded so often is because teams are offering great prospects in return. Detroit dealt him for Brandon Jennings, and Milwaukee dealt him for Michael Carter-Williams.
A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker right now on that list?
Well, the ferocity, the tenacity. I mean, he's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
Here's Westbrook following the score by Phoenix. Over to the wing. Ibaka outside. 6 on the shot clock. And Adams kicks to Durant. From 11 feet away, he drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Durant's got the lead up to 10 now for the Thunder.
And, you know, with Westbrook, it fits right in with how he plays. I mean, he is relentless when he goes at the rim and takes out any contact he felt on the way to get there.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand, Jen. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Now here's Durant. 17 points in the game.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Thunder have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. Phoenix making some changes. Len's checked in for Gobert, and Lures subbed in for Mirza Teletovic. Len with a screen on Westbrook. Stolen by Durant. Here's Levine, and he slams it one-handed.
Oh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Now, here's Westbrook. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Dishes it to Adams. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Kept alive. Durant with a wide-open look. That doesn't go either for Durant. Evans dishes to Booker. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Evans. Will Barton comes in for Booker. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Brandon Knight. Just 5 on the clock. Lure the pass to Rubio. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. And the Suns making a change here as well. Fareed is checked in. Well, the Phoenix Suns came up short in their playoff hopes again last year. They went 17-24 Clark on the road, and that didn't help them out.
Not at all, and you factor in a 6-game road losing streak to end the year. That pretty much closed the door on postseason for them.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Johnson outside. That's good. Johnson's got 5 points so far.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
And the Suns call time here. And guys, Wesley Johnson, 4th overall pick back in the 2000 draft. Everyone thought he would have the jump shot to become a prolific scorer. And Clark, the length to defend at a high level.
Yeah, you know, in his rookie year, he averaged 9 points a game. Last year, his 5th, he averaged 10. I think it's to the point where he is what he is.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Len.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
Now the feed to paint. Misses the three.
You know, and getting back to Wesley Johnson, you kind of want to kidnap him and just chain him to a set of weights. I mean, he has all the natural ability in the world to be a difference maker, but he just lacks the strength to do anything with it. I mean, a voracious competitor in college. He's been relegated to marginal production at the pro level, and I really feel like a lot of it is because he physically struggles at times at this level.
And here is Fareed after the three-pointer from Ricky Rubio. Barton, no luck.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Knocked away. Payne kicks to Cantor. Johnson outside. Pass to Mirotic. Over in the corner, Moutier. The Thunder with another miss.
You know, on the topic of Wesley Johnson, I remember him in college. I remember the guy who took over games and even showed a certain toughness when he did it. He hasn't gotten to that point here in the pros, so he may soon be entering a crossroads in his career. And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball. Whoa! Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Here's Moutier after the made shot from Ricky Rubio. Payne kicks to Johnson. And there's another one for the Thunder.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Suns trail by 11. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. The drive by Rubio. Can't hit from in close.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
And the basket good. 7 points for Enes Kanter. 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Len. Misses. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Thunder out in front, leading by 14. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. We've got Tyreke Evans, Booker out there with Brandon Knight. And it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Teletovic in at the 4 spot. The pass to Booker. Takes a 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Ibaka dishes to Durant. Gobert with the block. And up the court come the Suns on the break. And the shot is good.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. And they'll keep possession.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Thunder?
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've gotten.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Teletovic passes tonight. And Gobert kicks to Booker. Stolen by Levine. Here's Westbrook. He feeds it to Durant. He dishes it to Levine. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Evans with the steal. Here's Booker. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Booker.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder. Narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan as he addressed his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. The dish to Ibaka. Tipped away. Evans goes in. And Gobert kicks tonight. Evans up top. Launches a 3. But they'll get another chance.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Here's Levine. Kicks to Ibaka. There's the killer 2-handed slam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Teletovic in the post. Adams defending. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Phoenix.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped. You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
How about this run they're in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
Has been an unreal turnaround, and I give a lot of credit to the defense right along with what they did on offense, because the defense actually gave them the spark they needed.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
And, Greg, I'm not quite sure why it took them as long as it did to finally get things going, but as we always say, better late than never.
Here's Durant. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Gobert. Knight dishes to Teletovic. The shot from the low post is good. And now just a 1-point Oklahoma City lead.
And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think. You know, they're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to stop the bleeding. Things were starting to spiral completely out of control. And I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Cantor checked in for Steven Adams. Mirotic comes in for Serge Ibaka. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Payne in for Levine. And the Suns making a change here as well. Ricky Rubio checked in for Brandon Knight. Now here is Mirotic. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
The Thunder with the lead, and so they foul intentionally. Inside, here's Mirotic. Payne gets a wide open look. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. And the Thunder lead by 3. Evans up top. He's guarded by Johnson. Rubio the pass to Gobert. Clock at 6. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Payne. Oklahoma City leading by 3. He kicks to Mirotic. .156 left in the fourth quarter. Johnson in the corner. Here's Payne. And the Thunder another 3.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
Teletovic. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
For the Thunder, Serge Ibaka, he's jacked in for Mirotic. Durant comes in for Johnson. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Payne. There's a screen by Cantor. LaVine kicks to Cantor. Here's the break. Here's Booker. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Here's Cantor. Goes back up. Westbrook dishes to LaVine. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And misses it off the right side of the rim. To take the lead. And there's the nice layup by Evans. And the Suns lead by 1.
Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
Westbrook passes to LaVine. Outside for Durant. Right side, Westbrook. Pass to LaVine. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Durant. From deep.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
Stolen by Cantor. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Feeds to Ibaka. Money!
Man, it's nothing but bottoms for Ibaka right now.
And the Suns call time here. They're trailing by 1. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think, guys?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
Definitely. I mean, they're in good shape here, in my opinion. Shot clock's off, but still enough time left on the game clock to really run your normal set here.
Rubio against Westbrook. Here's Evans. The 3 won't fall. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. And the Suns call time. They're losing by 1. 7 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
There's only one choice here, Kevin, and that's to intentionally foul. With this much time left, they can't allow the offense to sit back and eat up the remaining time.
Seven seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.